For the Asia Pacific, we are only about 12 years in this region. So I guess it's timing. Finding the right licensees like Mr. Sudarshan, the Joshi family who are into furniture for more than 20 years. Also including my team members, someone who understands the culture, Ram is based in India, so having him coming to support the licensee here is critical. I think that timing plus, our products today are no longer the old traditional American design, which is very bulky, so-called catering to the 50s, 60s demographic. Today we are getting younger, so we typically like to attract a female buyer within 30 to 40s. Hopefully that will inspire the younger generations, the millennium, to come and take a look at us. So that is the kind of long-term vision that we have, not just for Nepal, but for the entire region in Asia. This one is value for money. We are not at the medium high. We are all about low to mid price positioning. So, and we believe that by offering as wide an assortment, so that will give our consumer base more choices. Today, competition is indeed very demanding, and we are a firm believer in making sure our products, not just in quality, comfort, as well as design, we can give you that value for money proposition. I think Nepalis, like any new furniture brand, today, even though I arrived yesterday, I could see that there isn't much home concept that looks like Ashley in terms of how well we present the assortment here, how well we accessorize it, and then if you couple that with our selling approach, our marketing approach, with the right licensee who has the right so-called infrastructure, I think that internally we can show to the consumers, the Nepalis, that we are indeed a very different company, which explains why actually in the North America, we have been the #1 retailer for 18 consecutive years. The keyword is how to become #1 for every year for the last 18 years. In the States, we are right now about 6.1 billion. Yeah. In the United States, these are authenticated by Furniture Today. So we can send you that documents that actually is the #1 retailer there. And number 3 is IKEA. IKEA is a very big brand, but even so, they cannot compete with us in the North America. So that's the reason why we are so successful. So we take that success story, bring it to Nepal, and if you look around at maybe the prices, the comfort, the kind of performance fabrics that we bring to the market, there will be something for everyone in the Nepali family. So I think words can't do justice. The best way is to get them to experience it for themselves in the store. And we're really talking about second and third home stores. So as mentioned, I think we chose the Joshi family, in particular Mr. Sudarshan. We have been trying to work with him for 3 years now, ever since he started buying. But I think the main reason is also they have more than 20 years experience in furniture. Their family also have a lot of roots or business connections in property development, real estates. I think furniture is tied very closely to property development, and you should know that Nepal property prices 10 years ago and now is crazy, right? So we believe timing again, having that right licensee, the right infra, the right consumer base. Nepal being a 30 million population, of course we are just targeting Kamnamdu. If that 1.6 million of purchasing power, even if just 20% buys, I think one store is not enough to support the business. Yes, but I can give you another illustration. In Brunei, it's only less than 500,000, 500,000 population. They are one of our best performing stores, and they have 2 stores. Each store is 1,000 square meter, or about 9,000 square feet, and they have an outlet. and they are doing very well. So it's not about just the population size. It's also about do they believe in the service, the products, and how do we try to get the consumer to change their design 3 to 5 years. The products can last more than 10 years, but why should you, right? If the price is kept affordable, and they need not throw away or discard the furniture, they can always give it to charity, friends and families, so and so forth. Yeah. Hyderabad, in Bangalore, southern part near Cochin, we have a lot of this consumer retail data that tells us what works well. So for example, this model, Luckinghurst, is probably more than 5 years old design, but it's a rocker recliner, it is a performance fabric, it is not leather, but it's designed to still look American with all the nail heads, the roll arms, and price point is kept very competitive. So that itself is our main, again, the value for money proposition. No, in general, because we don't design, say, a specific SKU or product just for one market. The reason why Ashley is #1 in the States, why we are probably the biggest manufacturer, is because we believe in volume. So anything that we design, not only we design, we build them, we ship them, we warehouse them in North America. So we like to look at what works well, and we are trying to make sure it's affordable luxury. We are not going for the medium high kind of consumer. So in return, that will keep more people, you know, like the guys working in the office, or whoever is just a common working class. So the common people can get to enjoy what is called affordable luxury through Ashley. It's two separate questions. I think the B2B, B2C is more of a Ashley standpoint. So B2B means I do wholesale, and then B2C is we have corporate stores, retail stores in America. So in that sense, we also provide retail training for any licensees throughout the world. So we probably do more 80% of B2B and maybe 20% of the B2C. And then I think in terms of the Nepali consumer base, I think it's virtually almost 100%. Mr. Sudarshan also have project experience. But I think for a start, we were just trying to let the customers see what is available, touch and feel. If you like it, you know, we can look at what other assortment, for example, the coffee table bundled with the sofa, the recliners, the rugs, the accessories behind you. So I think again is how we merchandise the visual display, and hopefully this outlook or this presentation here, the customers buy everything as it is. Then I think we would have made the consumer buying experience a very easy, a very no nonsense kind of, you know, buying experience. Predominantly in Asia Pac, it is very European contemporary, the upholstery, the case goods design. So actually being from America, we call them the transitional style. But we have evolved so much that we are appealing to the younger generations, the 20, the 30 plus millennium generation. Hence, if you see our showroom, we have deliberately pared down the renovation, keep it minimum cost, because no point we spend too much money on renovating something, but the cost of the product is not the same level. We have also tried to make sure the touch point from our consumer to the retailers, from our online website to every product that you see here, there is a relevance to what as the common people can experience. So by and large, Asia Pac in the future, I think post-COVID also, they are not going to buy something that's too expensive that will last 20 years. I think it's quite foolish if you buy something, especially furniture, that is so well built that it lasts forever. I think I would get bored after 3-5 years. And today, that is the reality of having a smartphone. I understand more than 73% of Nepalis have a smartphone today. So I would love for them to check out the competition, because I don't think there's any real competition to Ashley in Nepal, which makes sense why we are here today. And in that sense, that will create more interest into the American transitional design, which then gives a very distinct identity to the person who owns our furniture, and then they will most likely share on Instagram, online, and boast to their friends that, hey, I have a very unique Ashley living room. I think the challenges is more macro. Number one, of course, is stability of the government. I think Nepal still have some time to go. And of course, as time goes past, I hope the corruption will also goes down. But that is a reality that most developing countries face. The next big challenge is, of course, manufacturer that is in this trade. How to balance our manufacturing capabilities to suit the right audience. So the one advantage that we have is we are family owned. We are not a public listed. We are not owned by foreign investors. So when we shift or change direction, we can just do it like that. So that means our product line can suit the consumer base very fast. If we choose to go upstream to do more leather, more expensive stuff, which we are doing now for the US, or to go downstream, we can achieve that in a matter of months. So this is really, it's a chicken and egg, right? Because challenges is the same faced by everybody. Example, Israel, Russia, Ukraine, you know, all these will affect the purchasing power. So what we have actually has done is to keep the cost even lower. And sometimes we will shift our entire manufacturing machineries to central Vietnam. And then maybe we'll just do cut and sew, send it back to US. So these are the stuff that we are doing. Of course, the other big piece is technology. We have a lot of AI incorporated. We have robotics. I think we are close to about 100 robotics right now. And the end objective is how does AI, smart technology, brings the production cost so that no one, right? Because to do all this, you need financial capital. If you are big, then you got to ask yourself, do I commit? Because once you commit, it's a 20, 30 years timeline. So how Ron Warnick, our first founder, he's very poor. He grew up on the farm at 16 years old. You know, he started the business. How he invested every single dollar back to the barn. We call it fix the barn before you fix the home. So that's how I think we will continue to outbid our competitors, even though there's a very challenging environment right now. More than 500. So collectively, we have about 600 retail points, of which 90 are home stores. We managed a double-digit growth during the second year of COVID. 2023 was a bit challenging, but so is everybody. But now that it's post-COVID, I think we see very, very strong growth, not just in Nepal, because this is the first home store. I think India, we have some large projects that's coming up. I think throughout the whole Southeast Asia also, we are getting more acceptance because, as mentioned earlier, European contemporary probably used to be about 80% market share. Right now, it's only about 70%. So we do see ourselves eating into the market share of the other competition. Yeah.